This is a good question to ask.
Why can't things just be for everyone, though?
It's called a taste. Everyone has different taste. People want something tasty. They don't want something bland. Water is for everyone. Everyone drinks water, but water has no taste. People want taste. People want more than just water. People want vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, all sorts of flavors. The same goes with video games. There are many types of games out there. There are video games that appeal to a specific group. There are video games that appeal to a more mainstream audience. Both are perfectly valid. I hate it when people ask video games or any forms of fiction to be more mainstream when they're supposed to be catering to a specific group of people. Stop making one thing to be another. Stop turning chocolate into water when people just want chocolate, not water. People demanding specific niches to be more mainstream is unfortunately common. I don't understand the mindset. You don't make coffee for people who hate coffee. You don't make visual novels for people that hate visual novels. Indie visual novel developers. There are two types of outsiders who want to get into your hobby. There are those that go, hey, this is cool. Where's the best place to start? These people are cool. Respect them. And then there are those that go, hey, this fandom has things I find horrible. Change it. These ones always make their arguments a moral one. They frame it so that not agreeing with them makes you a horrible person. They don't want any arguments. They just want their demands to be met, or they will call you all sorts of names in the world. And look, if creators want things to be more accessible to everyone, that's fine, but there's an enormous difference between making them accessible to people that might be interested in them and making them accessible to people that hate it. This leads me to this clip that I saw online, which shows that everything is not for everyone. This guy has something to say to all the grown men gamers out there.
I, for the life of me, cannot get into grown-ass men playing video games.
That's fine. I also cannot get into grown-ass men going to bars and drinking. We have different hobbies. I'm not judging. You are, though.
I am 40 years old. I have a lot of friends, and none of them play PlayStation.
That's fine. They should be playing on a PC anyway, the generally superior platform.
It would be the biggest turnoff to me if I was on the phone with my man. I say, babe, what you doing? And this nigga say, I'm on my way to GameStop to pick up the latest Madden. He could never call me again.
I agree with this. Not because the guy is an immature man-child, but because he's trying to buy the latest Madden. The game's trash. I'd be turned off by anyone that wants to play that. Nothing wrong with grown men playing games, but at least play good games and pick a platform that has more games than one. At least mobile games can play old games too. This just shows you that there are many who don't play games as their hobby. They find playing games immature or childish, so they do other hobbies like drinking in bars and doing drugs. Yeah, because those are more mature things to do. There's really no need to appeal to people who are not gamers. They're not going to be interested to play your games to begin with. But at least appealing to non-gamers make some form of sense. Who the hell finds race swapping appealing? Here's a stupid question.
Why can't Bruce Wayne be black? What in his backstory dictates that he must be white?
He's a rich American, and most Americans are white. It's the same reason why Lucius Fox is black. Why would you want Bruce Wayne to be black when Batwing is literally a character in a Batman universe who is black? And there are two black men with that mantle. Oh yeah, because Bruce Wayne is a famous character, and that's what you people do all the time. You hijack famous characters and turn them into the race that you specifically wanted. Anyone who wants to hijack a famous fictional character's race just shows that they're not really fans of the show. They're just tourists wanting to insert themselves into the show for one dumb reason after another, mostly because they want attention. That said, I love the Batman, and they race swap Gordon and Selina there. But those are at least side characters. You want to mess with Bruce? Go right ahead, see what happens next. Anyway, I got plenty more hooplas where that came from, but before I get to those, I want to say huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You're all fantastic. If you want to see your names among these legends, then check out the links down below, just $1, and you have supported this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much. And now, let's talk about a professional victim. It's nice when some ignorant dimwit uses my culture as a weapon against people they don't like. And by nice, I mean nice to make fun of.
White people always messing with other people's culture.
That is a Swedish girl dancing a Balinese dance named Legong. I am literally Balinese. I live in Bali, I know my turf. Foreigners learning our culture is not only a huge sign of cultural respect and appreciation, but also, to the horrors of everyone around the Twitter sphere, incredibly freaking common. This person hid behind people's criticisms by saying, "Thank God that I am black." Yeah, sorry, but that's not gonna defend you this time. You weaponize my culture to attack white people for your own petty internet arguments. That is an infinitely more disrespectful thing to do than foreigners learning our culture and appreciating them. It's amazing how you're trying to make white people look bad in this, but only you're the one that looks bad in this.
So long, shrimp!
Look, I love my country, but there's one thing about my country that I don't love, though I'm not sure if this is my country to blame or Japan to blame. A couple of shorts ago, I talked about how much I love Godzilla Minus One. Phenomenal movie, but I have one major problem with it. It's not released here in Indonesia yet. I had to watch someone's recording of the movie rather than the actual movie. Garbage quality. I don't know why it's not out here yet. I guess it's because Japan was our colonizer back in World War II, and the movie depicts the Japanese soldiers in a sympathetic light. But I don't recall us having bad blood with them as of late, and that's why most of us just resort to good old piracy. Minus One is already out on the streaming channels of Japan, and it's also pirated by the pirates of all regions of the world, which this person somehow finds disappointing. Yes, it's one of the most pirated movies of the year, but it also won a freaking Oscar and made banks at the box office. Not even millions of pirates were in this movie because the movie's already successful. Let us watch this absolute masterpiece. Moving on from Godzilla, we got a totally unrelated hoopla, but I still want to talk about them anyways. Let's talk about this Instagram influencer. Well, this is just pathetic. So, there's an influencer who wants to buy another person's Instagram account. You can't sell usernames on Instagram because that would get you banned. Apparently, the buyer disagrees. What follows is a pretty stupid back and forth. After not convincing the owner to change the name, the buyer reported the user for, I don't know, impersonation. Then the owner reported the buyer back to Instagram. Then the buyer asked for proof of family name, which the owner declined. The owner ended this stupidity by reporting the buyer for both trying to buy an account and harassing the owner. You know, if I was a famous internet celebrity and someone on Instagram took my handle or something, then I would have gone to Instagram themselves and asked them to change my name. Heck, maybe I have some connections with Zuck and asked them to step in, but considering that this random account asked the owner that stole their handle, I don't think you're famous enough to have that power. Also, this exchange has my favorite timing ever. My name is Catherine, which is illegal. And finally, I want to talk about this bizarre phenomenon online. I have no idea why this is a thing, and I don't know why some women online decided to do this, but let's check it out anyways. I'm not sure why anyone in the right mind would want to make a take like this.
Straight men don't like women.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
You like sex with women. That's it.
No, we want relationships too. Even the alpha male Dan Bilzerian, who slept with hundreds of women, sees value in long-term relationships.
You don't even care if she gets off. If you liked us at all, we wouldn't be choosing the bear.
The bear? What bear? I tried to look it up, and from my understanding, it's a bunch of women that would rather date the bear than a man because bears treat them better or something. Okay, I don't see why that's my problem or men's problem. If anything, it's a good thing because if these ladies prefer to be with bears, that's just them doing the filtering for you. You can easily skip these women at any time.
Here I will add the not all men, it's too damn many of you.
Well, thank you for giving some of us the benefit of the doubt. Also, geez, the hidden replies. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out my APP Show channel, link down below. Go subscribe as always. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.